New reaction tonight to the Donald declaring his candidacy for President of the United States. Donald Trump, the real estate mogul and reality TV star, known for his in-your-face style and larger-than-life personality, becoming the 12th Republican to enter the race for 2016. The announcement at his lavish Trump Tower in the heart of Manhattan did not disappoint his supporters or his critics. Joining us now, Mark Thiessen, who's a Fox News contributor and former chief presidential speechwriter for George W. Bush. But we begin with our chief Washington correspondent, James Rosen. James?
Megan, good evening. Today's announcement was vintage Donald Trump, with the real estate tycoon alternating between boastful swagger and boastful swagger. In a lengthy tour de force, much of it ad-libbed and peppered with statements that were either demonstrably true, such as, "I'm really rich," demonstrably false, "There's never been a crowd like this," or impossible to verify, "I beat China all the time." Trump zeroed in on China, Japan, and Mexico as economic competitors that he claimed he, as the author of The Art of the Deal, would uniquely be able to neutralize.
So they come in, they take our jobs, they take our money, and then they loan us back the money, and we pay them in interest, and then the dollar goes up, so their deal's even better. How stupid are our leaders?
Trump also took aim at his Republican rivals, depicting them as confused and clueless, with particular venom reserved for former Florida Governor Jeb Bush.
They come up to my office. I'm meeting with 3 of them in the next week, and they don't know. Are you running? Are you not running? Could we have your support? What do we do? How do we do it? I mean, you looked at Bush. It took him 5 days to answer the question on Iraq. He couldn't answer the question. He didn't know. I said, is he intelligent?
Yet despite all of Trump's jabs at foreign capitals and fellow Republicans, the first person to take umbrage at his speech was Canadian-born rock legend Neil Young, whose manager objected to Trump's unauthorized use of "rocket in the free world" and said old Neil is committed to Democratic candidate Bernie Sanders. Finally, Trump rebutted forcefully the idea that he is, quote, "not a nice person." The candidate noted that he is, in fact, quote, "a very nice person," and gives away a lot of money to charity. No word on whether Trump's next campaign song will be Heart of Gold. Maybe.
James, thank you. He's a nice person. James, stick around, and we want to bring Mark Thiessen in the discussion as well. You know, I realize that he's controversial, and his speech today made all sorts of news, but what some perceive as sort of, flamboyance and incendiary rhetoric, others perceive as straight talk that, the American people appreciate. Am I wrong, Mark?
I don't know if you're wrong. I mean, I'm sure there's a segment of the population that appreciates it, but I really don't think that it's what the Republican Party needs. I mean, I don't understand what the rationale for the Trump candidacy is. So Republicans are having trouble connecting with ordinary Americans. So let's nominate a super rich business executive to fix America.
But people feel like they know him. Don't people feel like they know him through the Celebrity Apprentice, franchise, which is very successful? And, his name is on everything and so on.
His name is on everything. Yeah, he's a celebrity, but he's not a governor. He's never run government. Yeah, I mean he's a business executive.
He made $9 billion. $9 billion.
And he told us repeatedly that he gave $9 billion. And look, if you look at that speech, and James, maybe you disagree with me, that wasn't a serious, substantive speech. I mean, he basically went up there and gave a stream of consciousness about what's on Donald Trump's mind at this very second. The basic substance of his speech was, "I'm really rich and really smart, and everybody else is stupid." He referred to other people as stupid or overrated 15 times in that speech.
Is there any chance, though, James, people are sitting at home thinking, I like that. I like that he speaks in a way that I speak.
Yeah, he speaks in a language people understand. Ron Paul, in his own way, had a certain seductive quality to the simplicity of his speech. I think whatever appeal Donald Trump has, it really comes against this backdrop of this sluggish economy that we've been enduring since 2007, this sort of non-recovery. And his appeal is, I'm an actual businessman. I know how to make money. I know how to run things. And I know how to get balls advanced.
Well, think about that. Think about that, because you've got Carly Fiorina as a very powerful female executive. What she has done is run a company, a very successful company. Her company, I mean, look what he's done. $9 billion. Don't underestimate the $9 billion. On the other hand, Mark Thiessen, he's got a history on Twitter, shall we say. I don't think Bette Midler is going to be voting for him. This is just one tweet, just so the viewers. While at Bette Midler is an extremely unattractive woman, I refuse to say that because I always insist on being politically correct. So, there have been some tweets. That's all I'm going to say.
There have been a lot of tweets. I mean, he tweets a lot about it. If anyone criticizes him, he's on Twitter, which is a little bit beneath the office. But I think
he's tweeting about you right now. I can feel it.
I'm sure he will be. But I mean, what James described as his message is exactly what Mitt Romney's message was in 2012. It didn't work. Americans didn't want a rich, out-of-touch business executive to be their leader. You have to. This is he's going to appeal to a niche of the electorate. He's going to be somewhere in the top 10%, which means he's probably going to be in the debate somewhere. But he's not going to be the Republican
That's right. His
nominee.
polls are actually not bad. I got to go, but I cannot leave this segment without reminding the audience of this moment, which proves, if nothing else, that Donald has a sense of humor.
It is mine.
What is working with it?
Well, I want to keep that hairline as low as possible.
Is it feathered?
It's really not even that bad.
It's not feathered. I see.
No, it's not that bad, is it?
Everybody thought it was sort of, comb over.
Would you let the public come here? It's not that comb over. I actually comb it back.
Oh, I see. There's no receding hairline there.
Well, it's not bad. It's a tiny, tiny receding.
It's good.
But, I am getting a little bit older.
James, he's winning you over. I can see that.
Yeah, no, the man's got a head of hair. Let's be frank.
And it's not a comb over, and it's real. It's right there. I touched it myself. All right, guys.
It seems that's by choice.
I gotta go. Good to see you both. One of my favorite quotes from Donald Trump: "Rosie's a loser. She's been a loser for a long time."